Well, until a few years ago, baby food hadn't changed much since the 1930s. That's when it was first sold in jars. Now, organic baby food is almost a $500 million market in the U.S., and those little squeeze pouches that you see in the stores account for about a third of those sales. As Tyler Mathisen explains, that means a big appetite for change.
10 years ago, Shazi Visram had a plan. It was long before her husband Joe, their son Zane, or even their dog, that's Willie, were around.
The dream was to change the way children were fed in our country by offering them optimal organic nutrition.
At Columbia University's business school in 2003, this self-described health food nut was inspired by a friend, a mother of twins, who had no time to cook homemade meals.
The market was screaming for something new.
For 2.5 years, starting in her own Brooklyn kitchen, she developed a frozen food moms could prep in a blender. It launched in 5 New York City stores on Mother's Day in 2006.
And probably by June 10th, 2006, I realized that we were not going to make a big splash in the frozen food business.
Happy Baby had to crawl in a different direction, and quickly. They went national in that first year thanks to Whole Foods, but sales of about $116,000 were below projections. The first pivot into cereals called Happy Bellies, then a puff snack.
And it was the first ever organic puff snack for babies.
And then yogurt snacks. Annual sales went to just shy of $7 million, but it was a happy family in name only.
I'm pregnant. I'm trying to take the subway home, and I literally did not have enough credit on one of my credit cards, nor from my debit card, to buy one swipe. I don't know how much lower it gets than that.
Visram says Cliff Schorer, one of her advisors at Columbia, was invaluable, but even he had warned her about the difficulty she'd run into.
And my initial response to that, quite honestly, was, do you have any idea how hard it is to get in the food business?
It all began to change in 2008 when she found applesauce packaged in a pouch.
I remember thinking, that is what we've been looking for all along. That's the alternative to the jar. It's the pouch.
Happy Family introduced Happy Tots in 2009.
Within 2 or 3 weeks, we had 3 items in the top 10 selling items of all the baby foods at Target. And we knew we had something.
Did they ever? 2010 revenues were $13.3 million. In 2012, more than $62 million.
Our business exploded. And it's really a result of this packaging.
That and a little luck. In 2011, American Express featured Visram in a Super Bowl pregame spot.
I was watching the Super Bowl in my den, and Shazi's on television, and I looked at that and I said, that was the wow moment. This is going to be big.
Cliff Schorer couldn't have known how big. This summer, Visram was recognized at the White House.
We celebrate entrepreneurs like Shazi Visram. Shazi is a leader in affordable organic foods for children, which makes Michelle very happy. And they're on track to hit $100 million in revenue this year. So no wonder she's been called a rock star of the new economy.
A rock star indeed. On Mother's Day 2013, the French multinational Groupe Danone in the United States, bought more than 90% of Happy Family.
Their focus is to change the world through nutrition. We set out pretty big, lofty goals, and then they say, okay, how can we help you reach them? I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.